Hello, sports fans. I'm Frank Marzucco, Director of Department of Recreation and Parks, and on behalf of County Executive John R. Leopold and the entire Department of Recreation and Parks, I want to offer congratulations to the Anne Arundel County Youth Football Association, all of the players, that's all 4,700 youth players, the coaches, that's over 1,000 youth volunteer coaches, all the parents and spectators on a great 2009 football season. The Anne Arundel County Youth Football Championships have become the coming out event of the year for our youth athletics program. So I want to congratulate everyone once again on a great season, leading us up to this weekend's championship games. For the participants in this weekend's games, I say play hard, play fair, and play safe. But always remember, rule number one is to have fun.
Welcome to Carroll Field here in Gambrills, Maryland for the 12U championship game here in 2009 as the Pasadena Chargers will be kicking off to the GORC Wildcats. And there's the kick flag down on the play. Don't believe the ball went 10 yards on the kickoff by the Pasadena Chargers. Let's take a look. Looks like, well, very, very close. Very, very close play there. So that is going to be the call, illegal touching. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Wiley Baker with you. So glad you could be with us for this 12U championship game. It's a beautiful, beautiful night here at Carroll Field on the campus of Arundel High School. In the regular season, these two teams did face. The Pasadena Chargers blanked the GORC Wildcats by a score of 20-0. So let's see what happens. Man in motion for the Wildcats. Pass play to the right. Just a little bit short. And on 1st and 10, the intended receiver there was Robert Branch. And let me correct that. That was Antonio Coleman, the intended receiver. Anthony Messenger will be the signal caller for the GORC Wildcats tonight. Both these teams let it loose. Two receivers to the right and one to the left. Messenger back again, looks to the right. Oh, what a great catch. No gain, but a dynamite catch, and the tackle right on the spot. That's Zachary Scott. Wow. Look at Scott anticipating that pass. What a great looking tackle there. Nice job by the Pasadena Chargers. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. 10-minute quarters here in youth football. So we're down to about 9:20 to go in this first quarter. One receiver wide to the left. Messenger again to throw. Getting pressure in the backfield. And again the pass incomplete. So 1 for 3 for Messenger on the first set of downs. That'll bring up a 4th down for the Wildcats. And again, GORC in the gold uniforms with the green. The Pasadena Chargers in the black with the gold. So GORC back to punt. Single safety, number 4, James Smith. And the ball is dead at the 30, correction, the 27-yard line for the Chargers. That's where they'll take over 1st and 10 in this 12U championship game. The Chargers, under head coach Don English, bring in an undefeated 11-0 record against the GORC Wildcats, and coach Brian Bain with a 10-1 record. An excellent season for both squads. And GORC obviously looking for revenge from that earlier season defeat at the hands of these Chargers. This Charger team likes to pass. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left, and it'll be the Wildcat. The carry by number 5, Zachary Scott. And Scott crosses the 30-yard line on a good first down carry for about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Great crowd on hand for both squads here. Of course, the Chargers out of the Pasadena area, playing down at Lake Waterford. GORC at the Gambles-Odenton Recreation Council Wildcats have really built their program into a little dynasty and have several teams in the championship. And, of course, the Pasadena Chargers, always a force in youth football. Man in motion for the Chargers. That's Branch. He now stops on the left side again. Wildcat offense finds Zachary Scott. He breaks a tackle to the 40 and gets surrounded by a host of GORC Wildcats, but not until he picks up the first down. Number 28, Tyler Roberts, in on the tackle. Look at that carry. Breaks a tackle on the inside. Nice job by Scott. He high-stepped a little bit there to break the second tackle. And Scott picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Charger 42-yard line. Very energetic crowd on hand. They've been filing in throughout the day. This time on the carry, it's Branch. He's to the 40, to the 30, and he is off to the races. And there is a flag down on the play back at the 42-yard line. Looks like this one is going to come back. Branch broke away on the left side. Let's see if we can find out the hold. Oh, there it is. You can see the jersey right there. Right on the inside, it was the left tackle grabbing the jersey. Very obvious to see. And that will nullify what looked like to be maybe a touchdown or at least the ball out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So bring it on back. And that one will hurt, no doubt. That was a great run by Branch, but again assisted by the hold. There's the call. So that will be a 10-yard penalty. 1st and 20 for the Chargers as they try to strike first here in this 12U championship game. Just under 7 minutes to go here in this first quarter of action. Once again, the Chargers deliberately coming to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the right this time. Nary a receiver to the left. This time it is shotgun formation, and it will be an illegal procedure penalty. The tight end moved just a count too early. The hard count by Bo English at the quarterback spot, number 2. Actually threw off his own tight end. So 5 yards back once again for the Chargers, so 2 penalties in a row. 1st and 25. English takes the snap. Handoff, and he's got room on the right side. Donovan Franklin with a great run. And once again, a flag down at the 30-yard line. And it looks like it's going to be another hold. Let's take a look on the outside. Well, there it is. You can see right as Franklin goes around the right end, the hold, number 84, was being held for GORC. And that's Isaiah Watson. Watson pleased about getting that call. And once again, the Chargers shooting themselves in the foot, going the wrong direction here. Uncharacteristic of this Charger squad. So first and a country mile here for the Pasadena Chargers. Coach Don English has got his hands on his head and wonder what's going on here on this first possession for his squad. English again in the shotgun. This team likes to spread it out. Two receivers again to the right. Fake handoff this time to Franklin. English throws down the field. It's up in the air and picked off by GORC to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and touchdown for the GORC Wildcats. Number 32, Kyle Evans with the pick. Great play action fake. Looks like English didn't quite get enough underneath the football that time and floated it up there a little bit. Great anticipation. Beautiful anticipation. And a 30-yard interception return for a touchdown for the Wildcats, Kyle Evans. The point after by the Wildcats. Placement's down, the kick is up. And it is good. And in youth football, of course, that is worth 2, where the run or the pass play is worth 1. So with 6:23 to go in the first quarter, the Wildcats, with a great defensive play, have taken the lead on the Pasadena Chargers 8-0. So the GORC Wildcats 12 and under team looking to pick up the 4th consecutive championship today here at Carroll Field at Arundel High School. GORC has been outstanding today, winning 3 championships already. And after kicking the extra point, Tyler Roberts will do the kicking off for the Wildcats. And a beautiful kick. That kick goes down to number 21. That's Franklin. Gets up to near midfield. Breaks a couple of tackles to the 45-40. Great effort. What a wonderful effort there by Donovan Franklin. Superior effort by Franklin after a beautiful kickoff by Tyler Roberts. Good blocking up front. Take a look at that blocking. Man on man there. Great job by the Pasadena Chargers, and then the last 10 yards was all on Franklin. Beautiful effort. So the Chargers with great field position this time. They had good field position before, but couldn't quite do anything with it. So let's see if the Chargers can put together a drive this time. On 1st and 10 from the 40. It's the Wildcat round the right side. Great gang tackling, but what an effort there. The carry by number 8, Robert Branch. Looked like he was stacked up initially by a host of Wildcats. Never gave up. Look at that right there. And an excellent effort. He has 3 Wildcats hanging on to his jersey. Wonderful, wonderful job. Excellent effort. Look at those legs driving there by Branch. Just digging his cleats right into the turf. And pushing for a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5. Ball spotted at the GORC 35-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go, first quarter in this 12U championship game. Again in the Wildcat. This time it's Zach Scott. Zach pushes forward across the 30, down to the 25, to the 24-yard line. Nice blocking up front by the Chargers.
Zach Scott on the run. Back by number 8. Number 6, Youngblood.
So 1st and 10 for Pasadena. just inside the 25-yard line. GORC with 9 men in the box this time, looking for the run. In the backfield, again, the direct snap goes to Branch. Branch spins down to the 20. Look at the drive by this Pasadena offensive line. Great job there by Branch breaking a tackle. Just enough for Branch to be able to get his legs working forward. Branch tall and lanky for his age. One of the taller guys out there. And that definitely makes a difference because he can certainly high step some tackles and also get a little extra drive from those long legs. So the quarterback for the Chargers back into the game. That's Bo English. Handoff goes to the solo back. And good job there tackling by the Wildcats. Again, they're a great gang tackling team. So a 1-yard pickup that time. 3rd and 6 here for Pasadena. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. As we come down inside, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 8-0, GORC leads on an interception return by Evans. And the kick for the point after, for the dual point after, makes it 8-0 right now. Right side handoff, Franklin breaks a tackle at the 15 to the 10, weaves around outside to the 5, and does he get in? Out of bounds at the half-yard line. Great diving effort. Wow, look at that, breaking that tackle. Nice block right there by the Charger downfield, giving Franklin that extra room to be able to dive towards the pylon. And very close. Wow, looked like he was in the end zone. Looked like the ball may have crossed the plane. Franklin knew exactly where he wanted to go with that football. Trying to place the football inside the pylon. Tell you what, that looked like a touchdown. Might be a moot point in about 60 seconds or so. Ball is spotted at the half-yard line. 1st and goal, Pasadena. Let's take a look again. Look at that feeder inbounds. Definitely a touchdown. No doubt about it. If we had instant replay, that would definitely be a touchdown. But hard to see down there. The officials doing a great job. That's why they're here doing championship games at Arundel High School because, well, they've been graded and they've won their opportunity to be a part of these championship games. And what an accomplishment that is. And it's a great feeling to be officiating out there on the field as well. These gentlemen have done a great job all season long. So under center this time, it's Scott. Full house offensive line. Scott goes over the right tackle. Touchdown for the 1-yard plunge. Great push by the right side of the line. Everybody just shoving a defensive player in the middle. Scott finds the little bit of a gap. And it's a touchdown for Pasadena. At the 2:17 mark, the Chargers, will they try to go for the kick and tie this game up? They will not. They will go for the 1-pointer. In the shotgun, it's Scott. Zach Scott barking out the signals, takes the snap, looks to run left, gets a good block by Franklin. Flag is down at about the 5-yard line, but it looks like Scott got stopped. There is a holding penalty, and I'm sure GORC will decline that. There's the hold right there in the backfield, right in front of the referee. An easy call there for the man with the white hat. And a great anticipation there by the Wildcats. Tackle inside, looked like Jeremy Shea was in there. Joseph Strickler. Great job there by the defensive line of the GORC Wildcats. So with 2:17 to go in this first quarter of the 12U championship game, our score is now GORC 8 and Pasadena 6. So the multi-talented Franklin will be doing the kicking off for the Pasadena Chargers. Picked up by the Wildcats. And a great stick at the 26-yard line. Robert Branch with the tackle there on number 49, James Madlock. Madlock tried to get around the right end, couldn't do it. Excellent hustle by Branch. Boy, talk about technique on that tackle. The wrap and the drop. Very good technique there by Branch. So 1st and 10 Wildcats, 2:02 to go in this first quarter. Wildcats still lead by 2 after the Pasadena touchdown. And on the first down carry from the 28, a pickup of about 2. Evans on the carry that time for the Wildcats. Ball actually going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. Generous spot and a pickup of 3, bringing up a 2nd and 7. A minute and a half to go, first quarter here at Carroll Field in Gambrels. Messenger. Long drop, hands it off to his tailback. And again, a host of Pasadena Chargers up on the tackle. Slow developing play there by the Wildcats, which drew a bunch of Charger defenders. So Tyler with the 1-yard pickup, bringing up a 3rd. And we'll say that was a 1-yard pickup. We'll call it 3rd and a long 6. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Just 1 back in the backfield. Messenger hands it off on the reverse. Around the left end, nothing doing. Branch and Dorsey, Jair Dorsey on the tackle. And that run was thwarted right from the start.
4th and 2 for the Wildcats. Back in punt formation. Deep for the Chargers is number 4.
So punting on 4th down and 3 after the 3-yard carry. The ball way up in the air, very high. Not much distance, but effective because, well, there's no return. And after that punt gets down, that wraps up the end of the first quarter of action. A great first quarter it was in the 12 and under championship game here at Carroll Field at Arundel High School. Our score at the end of 1, it's the GORC Wildcats.
I'm Joshua Rhodes from the Anne Arundel County Recreation and Parks Department. You're watching 2009 AAYFA Youth Football Championships.
Wildcats, 49-yard line.
Okay. Welcome back to the 12 and under championship game. Wow, there's the touchdown by the Pasadena Chargers. that got them back into this game as the Wildcats scored first to go up 8-0 on an Evans 30-yard interception return. Scott with the 1-yard run. The difference in the game is Roberts' kick for GORC for the extra 2 points. Pasadena's run failed after their touchdown, so it's 8-6 GORC over Pasadena. First down carry, and what a great job of pursuit by the GORC defense. No gain on first down for the Chargers. 2nd and 10 from the Wildcat 49. Just starting the second quarter of action, Wiley Baker with you. So glad that you could be with us for this 12 and under championship game here from Carroll Field at Arundel High School in Gambrels. A beautiful night for football. Great turnout here to support the youth of Anne Arundel County, who will be our future high school football players here. And back to pass is Scott, looking deep, had a receiver but just overthrew the intended man, who was Brennan Garrett. Great pattern. Garrett had a step on his man, and between two defenders, nice try by Scott on that toss. Dynamite throw by a 12-year-old. He threw that ball about 35 yards in the air. Great throw. So Scott on 3rd and 10 in the shotgun, asks for the snap, makes a nice move at the 45, avoids another tackle, and gets down close to the 40, about a yard short of the first down. Definitely a manageable 4th down situation here. Look at that move by Scott. Nice initial block there, and then just a great individual effort by Scott after getting past the first tier of Wildcat defenders. 8.5 minutes to go, second quarter. 4th down for the Chargers. A long one. Scott again goes around the right side. He's got room at the 40. A great tackle. 1-on-1 tackle there. But the first down will be picked up by Scott, but he would have gotten a lot more if not that great tackle on the far side of the field. We'll say it was Mosiah Mills on the tackle there. As a matter of fact, Mills goes out of the game to high fives on the far side of the field for the Wildcats after saving what could have been a huge run. So 1st and 10 for the Chargers from the 37-yard line of GORC. Just under 8 minutes to go, second quarter. Hand off to Franklin. Flag down in the backfield of the Chargers. Ball goes down. Looks like the ball came loose from Franklin. And GORC saying they have it at the 32. And they do have it. It was a holding penalty on Pasadena, and GORC comes up with another Pasadena turnover. Let's see what happens. Oh, good hit. Excellent hit. Hat on the football hit there, jarring the ball loose from Franklin. Right there, wow. Could not catch the number there, but man, what a hit. So the Wildcats force the second Charger turnover of the game and take over 1st and 10 from their own 33. Back to the ground game. This time going to Kyle Evans. Good pickup on first down of about 5. We'll call it 2nd and 5. Four 4-3 defense here by the Pasadena Chargers. Messenger, double fake. Looked like he was going to go back to pass. Decides to bootleg it up to the 40, 45, near the 50-yard line. Ankle tackle by Zach Scott. Look at the double fake here by Messenger. He sells the one, then he sells the other one. He has a whole Pasadena defense going to the left. Messenger sent the message to the Chargers like his team was going to run to the left, and they bought into it, which led to the nice gain. So at the 48.5-yard line, 1st and 10 Wildcats. Coming down to 6 minutes to go, second quarter of action in the 12 and under championship game. GORC going for their 4th championship of the day. And this time it's Isaiah Watson on the carry. Look at the drive. Wow, what great blocking by the GORC offensive line. Opening up a huge hole for Watson. The technique there, perfect on that carry. A pickup of 9, 2nd and 1 from the 43. 5.5 minutes to go. Second quarter. Messenger on the draw play. Watson on the carry and a big tackle. Close to first down yardage. Maybe a 1-yard pickup.
Result of the play is a GORC first down.
Tackle by Zach Scott.
From the Charger 41-yard line.
And it is going to be first down yardage. The official says good enough. And just barely making first down yardage. So 1st and 10 from the Charger 41-yard line. Messenger back to throw. He lofts it up in the air for grabs. It looked like it was going to be intercepted by Branch, but actually a nice play by the GORC offensive player, Antonio Coleman, to break it up. Pressure inside by the line of the Chargers, and Messenger just had to try to get rid of it. Looked like initially Messenger was going to have loads of time, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the dam kind of burst right there, and the Chargers were on top of Messenger in a heartbeat. 4:54 to go. Second quarter. It's GORC 8, Pasadena 6, as GORC tries to avenge their earlier season loss to this Charger squad. Messenger in the shotgun, avoids the sack, now breaks up the middle, and does a great job of just getting back to the line of scrimmage. In the backfield for the Chargers, Monte Jones. Also pressure from Raymond Cooper. So no gain as Messenger got back to the line of scrimmage, bringing up a 3rd and 10 situation. Charger defense starting to stiffen. Messenger looks over the defense, barks out his calls. Long play call. Handoff right up the middle. And that time it's Evans once again, their go-to back. Pickup of about 4, bringing up a 4th and 6 situation. And a timeout will be taken by the Wildcats to try to stir up a play here and dial up a first down. 3:50 to go in this first half. GORC leads the Pasadena Chargers 8-6. Out of the GORC Wildcat timeout, 4th and 6 from the Pasadena 37-yard line. Messenger in the shotgun. One man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Messenger on the screen pass to a wide open receiver, but he couldn't hang on. intended for James Madlock.
Padlock is incomplete.
Madlock tried to leave without the luggage, and he had some running room in front of him and could have very well picked up the first down, but unfortunately trickled off his hands to the turf,
First and 10 pass.
to the delight of the Charger crowd, and Pasadena takes over 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 3:46 to go first half. The GORC Wildcats lead the Pasadena Chargers 8-6. Again, Pasadena comes into the game 11-0, GORC 10-1. Earlier this season, Pasadena defeated GORC 20-0. Scott on the carry. Left end carry. Nice blocking by the receivers. Look at that blocking there by the receivers, pushing the defensive backs down the field,
Tackle number 49, James Madlock.
giving Scott an opportunity to pick up 5 yards on a good first down carry.
Timeout. Pasadena.
Timeout by the Pasadena Chargers. And let's recap the scoring in the first half. Actually, all the scoring happened in the first quarter at the 6:23 mark. GORC with a great interception by the very athletic Kyle Evans, who can do it on both sides of the football. 30-yard interception return, and with the kick by Tyler Roberts, gave his Wildcats an 8-0 lead. Then with 2:17 to go in the first quarter, after a nice drive by the Chargers, it was Zachary Scott taking the ball in from 1 yard out. Great up front blocking by his team clad in black and gold. The run was failed, going for 1. And that's where we stand right now with 3:35 to go second quarter. GORC 8 and Pasadena 6. So after the Pasadena timeout, again Scott barking out calls, and he made
Flag on the play.
the Wildcats jump, but were they drawn?
Illegal procedure on the
They were drawn offsides, as a matter of fact.
5-yard penalty. We'll bring up the 2nd and 10.
Let's take a look at it. Oh, and there it is. Before the Wildcat moved, it was the right side of the Pasadena line moving before the snap. So 5 yards back makes it 2nd and 10. Scott barking out the calls, fakes the handoff, takes it right up the middle. He's got some room at the 40, but it closes fast. Good job by the Wildcat defense. Watson on the tackle, along with number 76, Joseph Strickler. So what looked like a gaping hole initially turned into about a 5-yard pickup.
Number 5, Zach Scott on the carry. Tackle made by number 27.
Also in on the tackle, Alonzo Robinson.
Strickler. In a 4 on play, brings up 3rd and 6.
So a timeout taken by the Chargers, as they will have a 3rd and we'll call it a long 5. The ball spotted near the 41-yard line. And the Chargers will attempt to take the lead in this last 3:25 of the first half, but they will have to convert on this 3rd down situation. Scott in the backfield. To his left, he's got James Venerable. Venerable, the lead blocker, as Scott takes the carry, spins at the 43, and a nice 2nd and 3rd effort there by Zach Scott. Near first down yardage. It looks like he's going to be about a yard short. Big decision here for head coach Don English.
4th and 1 for the Chargers.
The Chargers are going to go for it. And a timeout taken by the Chargers, maybe not. Just a tick under 3 minutes to go in this first half. And the Chargers will decide if they want to go for it here or punt. I think an obvious situation here for the Chargers, down by 2, 4th and about 1 yard. Give it to your bread and butter man, Zach Scott. Block and go for it and try to pound it in there. Zach Scott has been elusive to this point, and you'd think he'd be able to pick up that 1 yard. The GORC crowd really getting into it for their defense. The Wildcats lead the Chargers 8-6. 2:59 to go. First half. In the shotgun, it's Scott. Again, Venerable in the backfield with him. Gets a nice block up front initially, but coming in for the tackle, number 27, Alonzo Robinson. And it looks like Scott is going to have the first down by about a half a football, but it is very close. Timeout for an official measurement with 2:52 to go, first half. It's all depending on the spot. And by 3/4 of the football, a first down. And head coach Don English enjoys seeing that. And his team will maintain possession here and root to try to gain the lead for the first time tonight. Zach Scott again in the backfield. He's got two receivers to the left, none to the right. This time, Scott looking to throw, heaves it downfield, has a receiver, and it is caught by James Smith. Very nice pitch and catch by Zach Scott to James Smith. Pickup of 33 yards on the play, down to the 25, 1st and 10, Pasadena Chargers on a huge pass play. Acrobatic catch by James Smith. And the Chargers have life. They trail the GORC Wildcats 8-6. 2:39 to go, first half. Now in the backfield, Wildcat. Robert Branch on the carry to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. High, stepping it into the end zone. Robert Branch from 25 yards out. Look at the blocking up front. A wide open hole. Branch nearly untouched into the end zone. Hats off to the offensive line of the Pasadena Chargers. Just taking the Wildcat defense out of the play totally. Branch did the rest, weaving and high-stepping his way into the end zone. And with 2:30 to go in this second quarter, the Chargers have their first lead of the game at 12-8. Going for one. On the run, Branch takes it in off left tackle. 4-1. So Zach Scott's run gives the Chargers a 13-8 lead with 2:30 to go in this first half of action, and the Chargers, who are undefeated, have their first lead of this contest in the 12 and under championship game. Well, the Chargers really did a great job of finding a way back from that 5-yard penalty on the 2nd and 5, thinking back. 5-yard penalty for illegal procedure, 2nd and 10, and they were kind of under the gun there. And then, of course, converting on the 4th down just by 3/4 of the football, and then opening it up with the pass play. Nice 2-point conversion there. The key play was the 33-yard pass play from Zach Scott to James Smith, which set up the 25-yard touchdown run by Branch. So 13-8, Pasadena leads. Kickoff by the Chargers is just a short one. Maybe even attempting an onside kick, sort of. Tyler Roberts, the kicker from the Wildcats, as a matter of fact, who also plays special teams, pounces on the football at midfield. So 2:20, clock running to go in this first half of action. GORC with the football, and now for the first time trailing 13-8. Messenger under center. Just one man in the backfield. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Messenger with the fake. Goes around the left side. He's got some room to the 40, to the 35. Near the 30-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 36 after a 14-yard pickup. Oh, great block there by, I believe that was number 27, Alonzo Robinson on the outside right there. And Messenger used his blockers to perfection for the 14-yard pickup. Just under 2 minutes to go first half. And a timeout taken by the GORC Wildcats. Pasadena 13, GORC 8. Chargers taking their first lead of this game. Just a moment ago. And let's see if GORC can respond. We've seen their kicker kick a very nice extra point. Tyler Roberts. And so, and he had a little juice behind it. So maybe Roberts, if his team can get down to about the 10-yard line, maybe he can boot a 25 to 27-yard field goal. But I think GORC's looking for more than that. Two receivers to the left and two to the right. Just one man in the backfield. Messenger barking out the calls. Fake handoff, fakes the reverse, looks deep, now goes short. The pass is complete. Well-designed play. Pass is complete to number 32, Kyle Evans. And that's a big target for Anthony Messenger. Down to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play, 2nd and 4, with 1:47 to go. First half. Wiley Baker here with you tonight for this 12 and under championship game here at Roberts Field. Carroll Field, as a matter of fact. Getting it mixed up with Severna Park's home field. It's Carroll Field here at Arundel High School. And on the first down carry, great pursuit by the Pasadena defense there in the backfield. Nice initial hit by 56 Monte Graves. His teammates then helping out. 1-yard pickup, 3rd and 3. Handoff right up the middle as Messenger gives it to Watson. And the clock continues to run. Not a first down, 2-yard pickup. It's 4th and 1. And GORC has to be in a little bit of a hurry. And now the officials will stop the clock for an official measurement, as I thought the ball was spotted at about the 27. Now the officials have decided to put it at the 26. A good spot for the Wildcats. They've got to be real happy about that. And Coach Brian Bain calls his quarterback over. And the measurement is, wow, maybe a couple of inches short of the first down. So
Just short of the first down, brings up a 4th and inches.
4th and about a quarter of a football length to get this first down.
26-yard line.
Let's see if Messenger hands it off to either Watson or Evans, or decides to just bull over the line himself here. With 1:06 to go, first half. GORC trailing 13-8. Clock is in motion now, and Messenger decides to take it himself. He's hit in the backfield, but it looks like he plunged forward for the first down, and it is a first down. Nice effort there by the Chargers' number 32, Alvante Thompson, who got a hit in the backfield, but just not quite enough.
32, Devontae Thompson.
So 1st and 10 for GORC. Messenger going deep. Has a receiver. Broken up. A duo of defenders down there. Pass intended for Kyle Evans. Nice toss by Messenger. And a great break up there by number 4, James Smith, and number 9, Pierre Johnson. 47 seconds to go, first half. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
10 for the Wildcats.
They're at the Charger 25. 3 receivers to the left this time for the Wildcats. Messenger looks right, now rolls left, looks for the screen. The ball is complete, but immediately hit by Smith.
Pass is complete. Kyle
Evans on the reception.
Play.
Great anticipation by Smith as the clock continues to run down to 30 seconds. Quickly in the no-huddle offense, Messenger looks for the screen pass, finds his receiver on the left side, tackled at the 26, and the clock continues to run as the receiver could not get out of bounds. I believe that reception was by Watson.
Number 49, James Madlock.
It was actually by James Madlock. So the clock is now down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, Messenger back. He'll go for the Hail Mary to the end zone. It's incomplete as the horn sounds to end the first half of action. What a first half it's been here in the 12 and under championship game to become Anne Arundel County champion between the 10 and 1 GORC Wildcats and the 11 and 0 Pasadena Chargers. The Chargers come back from a first quarter deficit and take the lead at the half by the score of
Many will hear the calling.
Move it! Yes, sir!
Few will earn the title United States Marine. The few, the proud Marines.
Josh, tell me a little bit about the county's interest in the Youth Football League here and what the county actually does in the process.
Well, we register about 210 teams from around the county, 21 different organizations. We've got 4,500, 4,700 kids participating. We do all the scheduling, contract with a group to do officials signing, kind of generally oversee the whole league. Help with our Coaches Association Advisory Board, the AAYFA.
Now, big thing is people always ask, how do you play football? How do you get involved? It's not something that the county does. You actually have to go to individual organizations. Is there a way for people to find out? Should they contact you? Should they contact the county? What's the best way for them to find out where they should play football?
Contact the county, or you can go on the county website, www.aacounty.org/recparks. We've got a list of all our accredited organizations in the county. So the 21 to play football and other groups that don't for every sport. If you need information, it's on our website.
Now, there's Division 1, there's Division 2, there's Division 3. Do you guys help them as far as where they go in that process? Or is that something that's up to individual organizations? Should a parent say, if I want to play Division 1 football, here are the list of the people in my area that do that?
We don't get too many requests for they want to play Division 1 or 2. We get it. Hey, I live in Edgewater or Mayo. Where can I go? I live in South County. Who can I contact? I live up by Brooklyn Park. Where do I go? That kind of thing. And each group kind of falls in the same place. It changes year to year. Who's Division 1? Who's Division 2? Got a sliding scale. Usually the two most successful groups in Division 2 move up to Division 1 and take the place of the bottom two groups in Division 1. We slide down every year.
Now, I imagine 3 months, long process, started early July with weigh-ins and different coaches' clinics and different stuff like that. Big weekend coming up. Is there anything you want to wish? Congratulations. I'm imagining huge weight off your shoulder here in a couple hours.
Yeah, no, I just want to say congratulations and thank you to all the parents and coaches. Without them, the kids wouldn't be able to have the opportunity they've had, driving them to practice, driving them to games, taking care of them. All the team moms, all the coaches that volunteer throughout the county all year long. Thank you. We appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you.
Thanks, Josh.
Many will hear the calling.
Move it! Yes, sir!
Few will earn the title United States Marine. The few, the proud Marines.
Rick, it's championship weekend. It's the end of the year. You've been going at this since July, meetings in February earlier for that. Tell me a little bit about the Anne Arundel Youth Football Association and obviously the impact of this in this championship. And I don't think people understand that without the Football Association, there wouldn't be a championship day.
Correct. Our association is 210 teams, 22 organizations. We have commissioners that oversee all these organizations, and you're correct, we've been going at it since January of last year, and this is the end of the season where we crown our championship, and a lot of hard work and effort is going into it, not only from the kids on the field getting to this point, but from all the volunteers and the coaches putting forth the time and effort to get them to this point. So there's a lot of things that take place behind the scenes, and it's not possible without volunteers just stepping up and making this happen so the kids enjoy themselves.
Obviously, a lot of credit goes to the board in putting on something like this, a lot of time that gets put into this, but it is a democratic process. There are board members that are selected based on the commissioners of other organizations. As far as people, tell a little bit people how that process goes so they get a little insight that, rules come about, people can have suggestions, everything that can go in that process, that makes it a true democratic process.
Well, each organization has a representative that sits in the AAYFA monthly meetings, and during those times we review our bylaws, policies and procedures, and playing rules. Each association that is in good standing has a vote. We're a democratic process. We run by Robert's rule, and if anybody has a suggestion, we put it forward towards the board. Majority votes determines the outcome of our process. It's a difficult situation because the game itself and the rules have been established by former presidents Ron Lyons, Vince DiPasquale. And right now we're just trying to keep everything moving ahead and keeping up with the times as the game changes. So we've got a great staff, great executive board, and great commissioners. It's a pleasure to work with all of them.
The unique part of the Anne Arundel Youth Football Association is the success that it's happened. The kids that are going to the next level, kids that are playing major college football that have come from this league, something that 10, 15 years ago you didn't see out of the Anne Arundel. And I think a lot of that has to do with the coaching that's now coming with the kids. The unique part about the board is most of your board members aren't just board members that are out of the game. They have a hands-on. They're coaching the kids. They're out there doing stuff like yourself that'll be coaching this weekend. Talk a little bit about the touch that your board has, which I think a lot of organizations don't have in that process.
Well, what makes our league unique in that facet is that we have relationships with people that do have football knowledge. And instead of allowing the coaches to go out without a game plan, we've implemented some certification so to bring the coaching level up. Most kids quit playing football because it's not fun. Our number one philosophy behind what we do is to make the game enjoyable. We don't measure success by how many championships, it's by how many kids come back and play the following year. So that's only going to happen if you're organized, your practices are set up, and if the kids are going out and they're learning and they're enjoying themselves. And that happens in the off seasons by coaches going to clinics, taking online certifications, and attending or talking to other high school or college coaches to find out what they're doing.
I think a lot of people, and we can make this the last question, I think a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on winning that last game. When you're in a long season and there's only 2 remaining in your division, I think that's a great success for something. Any message that you'd like to give today's participants, and obviously maybe the participants that participated last week that weren't fortunate enough to get to today's games?
Well, it's unfortunately someone's going to be declared a winner and someone's going to be a loser. But anybody that's at this point, you're a winner, and just getting to this point. Matter of fact, any kid that plays football is a winner. Football is the type of sport where you start out, it's 95 degrees. You have to overcome your mindset of, it's hot out here. So we finish up, it's in the 40s. So not everybody can play the sport. And so anybody that does play it learns life's valuable lessons, teamwork, working together, discipline. So all those things is what make kids successful. And the real celebration this weekend is that we had a great season. Not that we're crowning our champions, but that everybody enjoyed the season and that the season was a success, and we didn't have any major incidents where people were stepping outside the rules or doing anything that frowns upon this great game.
Thank you, Rick.
Yep.
Welcome back to Carroll Field here at Arundel High School in Gambrels for the 12 and under championship game. Our halftime score, the Pasadena Chargers 13, the GORC Wildcats 8. As we begin the second half of action, GORC in the gold uniforms with the green, Pasadena receiving the kickoff as Donovan breaks through across the 50-yard line and down inside the 48 to the 47. Again, a nice kickoff there by GORC's Tyler Roberts, but look at the blocking by the Chargers. And Franklin did a great job of using his blockers to cross the midfield stripe and get into Wildcat territory already. Again, the Chargers were trailing the entire first half with their undefeated 11-0 record against this GORC Wildcat team, whom they've already defeated this year by a score of 20-0. This game, they knew, would be much tighter than that. So 1st and 10 for the Chargers from the Wildcat 48. Man in motion is Smith. Scott barking out the signals. Takes the snap and drives inside the 45 to the 43. Let's recap the first half. In the first quarter at the 6:23 mark, it was GORC striking first. Kyle Evans with a 30-yard interception return. Tyler Roberts' kick made it 8-0 GORC. At the 2:17 mark of the first quarter, Pasadena got on the board with a run by Zach Scott. A 1-yard run. The 1-point conversion on the run was failed. It was 8-6 at that point, GORC over Pasadena. Then at 2:30, the only scoring in the second quarter, Branch with a 25-yard run, Robert Branch, and the Scott run for the point after is where we are right now at 13-8, Pasadena over the GORC Wildcats. Scott again on the carry, getting excellent blocking by his offensive line, and picks up a Charger first down at the 37-yard line of the Wildcats. We've just started the third quarter of action in the 12 and under Anne Arundel County championship game for the 12 and under division. Scott looks to his right, sends a man in motion, and that's Smith once again. Smith stops now on the left. Scott counters the play by going to the right after overloading the left side. His man in the backfield also went that way. That's Alvante Thompson. So no gain on the play. After good defense by the front of the Wildcat line. This Charger team very good when they're in the lead, which they are right now by 5. Under 7.5 to go, third quarter. Scott. One man behind him, 2 receivers to the left. The handoff this time to the big back. That's number 25, Brennan Garrett. And a flag down after the play was over. Garrett was pushed out of bounds by Alonzo Robinson and also by DeAndre Wallace, numbers 27 and 34 respectively. A personal foul, late hit on GORC, and that one will hurt. That's an oucher. A great play by the GORC defense, nullified by the 15-yard penalty. GORC just getting a little over-aggressive there. And the hanky coming out. Coming down to 7 minutes to go. Third quarter. Pasadena leads GORC 13-8. Scott in the shotgun. Hands it off again to his big back. And again, that's Garrett trying to get around the right end, but can't do it. Looked like Watson on the tackle, number 84. along with number 8, Antonio Coleman.
25, running Garrett on the carry. Attack by number 27, A.J. Robinson.
So on that 1st and 10 carry from the 20, a loss of 3, bringing up 2nd and 13 for the Chargers as the Wildcat defense tries to stiffen here. They certainly don't want the Chargers to score on this first possession of the second half, with Pasadena already leading by 5, 13-8. Coming down to 6 minutes to go third quarter. The Chargers chewing up clock. Scott around the right end, flag down. Looks like there might be an injured Wildcat.
Flag on the play.
Good job blocking. Didn't see the hold. Oh, there it is. Down on the ground, it looks like.
Holding on the Chargers.
What? Looked like it was on the right guard. The flag came out nearly right away. Let's see how that looks like the injured Wildcat will be okay after all. So the 10-yard penalty will be taken by GORC. And a big penalty it is, all the way back to the 35-yard line.
After the holding penalty, it's 2nd and 25.
The line to gain is the 10. So 2nd and 25 for Pasadena after they were motoring downfield on the Wildcat defense. The Wildcats have stiffened. Scott on the take, goes left, now goes back right. And a good job tackling by that Wildcat defense. Look how quick Scott is. Boy. Looks to the left, tries to get the GORC defense to go that way. They bought it initially, but after about a 5-yard pickup, the Wildcats so quick. A host of tacklers there, including number 55, Andrew Long, and number 66, Nicholas Phelps. So 3rd and 20. Scott looking for his receiver on the left side, James Smith, and this time overshoots him, bringing up a 4th down situation. And let me correct myself. Actually, in the game now, it was Bo English on that toss.
James Smith is incomplete.
Bo English at the quarterback spot right now for the Chargers, trying to complete that pass to the main receiver, James Smith. So 4th and 20. Ball sits at the 30-yard line. This would certainly be very rewarding to the team clad in gold and green if they could stop the Chargers here. English still in the game. Actually, there's going to be a timeout because actually a little change-up. Robert Branch was in the backfield along with number 50, Jair Dorsey. So a little change-up there by Coach Don English of the Pasadena Chargers, and Coach Brian Bain of the GORC Wildcats decides to call timeout. Our score, the Pasadena Chargers 13, the GORC Wildcats 8, 4:44 to go, third quarter of action in the 12 and under Anne Arundel County Championship game.
Cue the Bud Light commercial.
Right there, the touchdown run by Robert Branch. That's the run that gave the Chargers their first lead of this championship game. He is electric. So after the GORC timeout, 4th and 20 from the 30. Branch calling the signals. Tries to follow his blocker. He's got room down to the 25, to the 20. and down at about the 18-yard line, well short of the first down, but an excellent run there by Branch, picking up a nice chunk of yardage and putting the Wildcats deep in their own territory. Watson slow to get up for the Wildcats. Looks like he'll be just fine. And GORC will take over on downs. First and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 13-yard line.
First and 10 Wildcats from their own 16-yard line.
And correction, we'll call it from the 18-yard line. First down carry by the Wildcats. Good drive there by Evans, crossing the 20 to the 23-yard line, so a pickup of 5 on first down. Second and 5 for GORC, trailing by 5. 3:45 to go third quarter. Messenger on the double fake. Across the 25 to the 26. Brennan Garrett on the tackle. And Monte Jones there on the assist. 25 and 52 respectively. So a pickup of about 3, bringing up 3rd and 2. And a big one it is here for the Wildcats as we come down to 3 minutes to go third quarter, and GORC trailing 13-8. Messenger in the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, takes it himself across the 25 to the 30, where he gets stood up at about the 32, but enough for the first down. The ball will actually be spotted right on the blue line that crosses the 33. Thanks to girls lacrosse. So first down for GORC as they continue on the move. 2:40 to go third quarter. Plenty of time to go in a thrilling 12 and under championship game. GORC with the possession, trailing 13-8. Messenger under center, fakes the first time and then does hand it off this time. Handoff to, look like number 29, Aaron Jackson. And a nice pickup on first down of 4. 2nd and 6 GORC. Messenger with the handoff once again and breaking away. It's Evans. He's to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and see you later. Touchdown, GORC Wildcats. Kyle Evans. 67 yards.
67-yard touchdown run for Kyle Evans.
Evans outrunning the entire defense. Good up front blocking by the Wildcats offensive line, and Evans takes it to the house. And the Wildcats lead 14-13. Roberts on the point after, actually the 2-point kick. It's up. And Roberts' kick is true.
Roberts' kick is good. With 1:50 left in the third quarter.
So the Wildcats regain the lead with 1:50 to go in the third quarter. It's the GORC Wildcats 16, the Pasadena Chargers 13. Look at that blocking on the inside there. Man, up front blocking by the Wildcats, sealing off and opening the gap for Evans to scamper 67 yards, nearly untouched. Give it up for that offensive line. Look at them drive off the ball, pushing back, opening up a huge hole. Evans doing an excellent job of finding the hole and then just outrunning the secondary of the Pasadena Chargers. Kyle Evans.
Back deep for the Chargers. Number 21, Donovan Franklin. Number 28, Tyler Roberts, kickoff for Wildcats.
So the kickoff now by Roberts for GORC. And a whistle on the play. Offside on the Wildcats. So the Wildcats will have to re-kick. And they're calling it a dead ball. Offside. So similar to an offside, for instance, when a defensive player has or is unevaded to the quarterback, I guess the officials felt that there was a GORC Wildcat who had just a little bit too much of a start and therefore blowing the kickoff dead. So the ball moves back from the 40 to the 35-yard line, and Roberts will try it once again. And it's a short squib, a scramble for the ball, and it looks like the Chargers did come up with it. Nice job corralling that by number 1, Trent Smoot, who is able to pounce on the football for the Chargers, who have good field position at the Wildcat 48-yard line. 1:40 and clock running to go third quarter. GORC 16, Pasadena 13 in this 12 and under championship game. Wiley Baker with you, and so glad you could be with us for our coverage of Anne Arundel County Youth Championship football. Once again, it's Scott in the backfield taking the snap. Darts down to about the 46-yard line on the first down carry, bringing up 2nd and 7. Second down. Pasadena, 2 receivers to the left. 1 man in the backfield with Scott. Takes the direct snap once again. Actually, this time it's Branch. Branch tiptoeing down the sideline inside the 45 to the 35-yard line, where he steps out of bounds. He's knocked out of bounds there by a trio of Wildcats. Initially by number 56, Jordan Brownstein, with some assistance from 32, Kyle Evans. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Pasadena on the move, trailing by 3. Their undefeated record on the line. Again in the backfield, it's Branch calling out the signals. Back there with him is Dorsey. Branch breaks a tackle in the backfield, but is wrapped up nicely by number 56, Jordan Brownstein. A 3-yard pickup on first down. Could have been much more. But a nice fundamental tackle there by Jordan Brownstein. And with that thought in mind, that wraps up the third quarter of action. We are down to 1 quarter of play to find out who will be the 12 and under Anne Arundel County football champion in 2009. The big run there by Evans. Kyle Evans gives GORC the lead at the end of
Hi, this is Rick Peacock, AAYFA President. You're watching the County Championships.
The fourth quarter of action getting ready to start with our score. GORC 16, Pasadena 13. Who will win the 12 and under Anne Arundel County Championship? Branch on the carry off the left side, inside the 20, 15, 10. The ball comes out of Branch's arms, and GORC comes up with the football. Oh my. It looked like Branch was running towards the end zone. Robert Branch. And somehow the ball came loose. Didn't see him get hit. Oh, it was stripped. Nice job from behind by the Wildcats. That looks like Watson. Isaiah Watson with the strip at the 10-yard line. And the Wildcats recover at the 1. A huge play for GORC, and an injured player on the field at about the 8-yard line. It looks like it's a GORC Wildcat. How about Isaiah Watson tracking down Branch, who has excellent speed, and the strip from behind with the hatchet, as they say. And he hacks the ball loose and thwarts any chance of a Wildcat score, at least for the time being. That might be the play of the game if the Wildcats win this one. Again, GORC coming in at 10-1, Pasadena at 11-0. Wiley Baker, so glad that you can be with us here for our coverage of Anne Arundel County Championship Youth Football. The 12 and under championship game between the team clad in black and gold, the Pasadena Chargers, and the team clad in gold and green, the GORC Wildcats. We've just started the fourth quarter with GORC leading Pasadena 16-13, and we have another injury on the field. Another Wildcat down on one knee after that first down carry. It looks like the Wildcat will be okay. Good news for sure.
Again, 1 on the play. Bring 2nd and 9.
Anthony Messenger, the injured Wildcat. Definitely want to get him healthy. Plays both ways. And he was the quarterback there on the offensive side and got injured on that play. So backup quarterback in, Deontay Youngblood comes in, calls signals under center, hands the ball off for a short gain. Evans on the carry again. He's been the workhorse all day for the Wildcats.
Number 50, Jair Dorsey.
Zaire Dorsey doing a nice job rounding up Evans that time after a pickup of just 2, bringing up a big 3rd down and 5. We'll call it actually 3rd and 6 from about the 5. Handoff again inside. Evans takes the ball up to about the 7-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down. 8:10 to go in the fourth quarter of a 16-13 GORC lead over Pasadena. So on 4th down and a long 3 from the 7-yard line, a flag is down before the 4th down play occurs. The officials discuss the call, and there will be no call. They will wave the flag off, and the official stops the clock. And now he says that the Wildcats have asked for a timeout. So a big play here for GORC if they can pick up this first down on 4th and a long 3 from about the 7-yard line. They have to get just outside the 10 to pick up a first down. Once again, here's the fumble that gave the Wildcats the football. Isaiah Watson with right now what has become the play of the game, knocking the football out of the hands of Robert Branch, who looked like he was going to stroll into the end zone for a touchdown. But boy, how things change. So the Wildcats, in punt formation, decide to punt still and not go for it. And the punt is dropped, but picked up once again, and now GORC is all over the receiver of that kick, who is James Smith. And Smith will lose yardage on the return after fumbling the ball at the 30. An 8-yard loss on the return. So the Chargers still with good field position at the Wildcat 38-yard line, but what a nice job on the punt there by Tyler Roberts. Roberts getting that ball out of the end zone. In fine fashion. Nearly about a 25-yard punt, which under duress is excellent for a 12-year-old punter. So first down for the Chargers. They trail by 3. In the backfield on the Wildcat again, it's Branch. Branch down inside the 35 to the 30-yard line as he carries some Wildcat defenders with him. And he pretty much did that one on his own, squeezing through a minimal hole. So pickup of 8 as the ball is spotted at the 29. 6:45 to go, fourth quarter. The Chargers with the ball, down 16-13 in the 12 and under Anne Arundel County Championship game. Coach Don English has decided to go with Branch rather than Scott. And Branch this time takes it to the left. Flag down on the play. Branch to the 25-20 and down to the 15-yard line, and it's all going to come back the left side of the line. Let's see if we can pick up the hold. There it is on the inside, on the left end. Grabbing a little bit of the jersey of the defensive end on that right side of the defensive line. So back 10 yards. Go the Chargers with 6:15 to go, fourth quarter. Again, the Chargers trailing 16-13 to the team they beat 20-0 during the regular season. My, how things change in the playoffs. So the Chargers, 2nd and 12 from their 40. Handoff this time. Inside and breaking away to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown. Superior run by Brennan Garrett from 40 yards out. Garrett gets a great seal block there on the inside by the right tackle and sprints into the end zone for the Chargers, and Pasadena once again has the lead 19-16. Looks like a flag on the field after the touchdown. Garrett was kind of dancing into the end zone. Kind of one of those things the professionals do, but not in youth football. Unaccepted in youth football. Crowd doesn't necessarily like it, but Garrett got a little excited as he was sprinting into the end zone untouched once he got down to about the 20-yard line. And the 40-yard run, though, does give the Chargers the lead. I believe GORC will take that penalty on the kickoff. The snap back to the signal caller, Bo English, is a little off to his left. He has to fall on the ground to pick up the fumble, and the conversion is failed for the Chargers, but nonetheless, the Pasadena Chargers have regained the lead
Wildcats 16.
by a score of 19-16. Look at that run. Nice seal blocking there by Pasadena's offensive line, and then a stiff arm by Garrett. And right there is where the unsportsmanship-like penalty came into play. But Garrett goes into the end zone to give his team the lead. Now the Pasadena fans going crazy with 5:47 to go in a game that they won against this GORC team 20-0 earlier in the year. They have been really pushed to the limit today to stay undefeated and win the county championship. 19-16.
Pasadena Chargers will kick the ball from the 25-yard line.
And therefore the 15-yard penalty will be marked off on the kickoff. Boy, GORC should have excellent field position after this kickoff. Certainly will give them a little of the momentum back, but a good kick by the Chargers. Received and run back by number 49, James Madlock. What a kick there by Donovan Franklin, bailing his team out, having to kick the ball all the way back at his own 25, and a penalty flag to boot here on the Wildcats. On the return, will move them back 10. So the good return by Madlock partially nullified, as the 10-yard penalty will take the Wildcats back inside their own territory. Still decent field position at their own 44-yard line.
Their own 44-yard line.
Wow, is this crowd going crazy? What a great crowd on hand for the championship game here in the 12 and under division for Anne Arundel County. And downfield,
Ball carried by number 32, Kyle.
great run once again by Kyle Evans, as Evans goes inside the 50 to the 44-yard line of the Chargers. Good up front blocking on the right side of the line for the Wildcats.
First and 10
First and 10 for
for Wildcats.
GORC,
4-yard line.
as we come down to 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of this 12 and under championship game. Messenger overcoming that injury on the last set of downs. Back in, throws the screen to the right side. It is complete. And the run down to the 40-yard line. Good block downfield by Watson.
Messenger's pass is complete. Number 32, Kyle
The
Evans.
pass was complete to Kyle Evans on the outside that time.
Number 25, Brennan Garrett on tackle.
Garrett, who just scored the touchdown, made a good tackle pushing Evans out of bounds. So 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard pickup from the 39-yard line. Handoff inside and stuck at the line of scrimmage. The first man to hit the ball carrier was number 50. Jair Dorsey.
Isaiah Watson on the carry.
Watson stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a half a yard on a fullback plunge. And a great stick there by Dorsey. So a timeout on the field. Dorsey, Watson, a little shaken up maybe after that Dorsey hit. Down on a knee. And with 3:49 to go in the fourth quarter, the Wildcats with the ball and driving, down 19-16. Let's certainly hope Watson's okay. Maybe just got the air knocked out of him. That was a good head-on gut hit there by Dorsey. Looks like Watson is going to be okay, maybe after a play or two out of the game. So on 3rd down and 6, Messenger with the pitch to Evans. Crosses inside the 35 to the 32-yard line, and he will have first down yardage. With 3:39 to go, the clock stops to move the chains. Who can stop who here in this second half? The drives have been long and effective by both teams, though each team has only scored once. They have been time-consuming, no doubt. The next score might be the clincher for either team. Messenger under center, sends a man in motion from left to right. Ball is snapped and the handoff to Evans. He hops over a defender in the backfield with his nimble feet and goes inside the 30 down to the 29. 3 minutes to go, fourth quarter. GORC trailing 19-16 to the undefeated Pasadena Chargers. The Chargers making substitutions on the defensive line. Both teams have to be getting tired now. But this is the time, well, champions are made of this. Fourth quarter, 3-point game. The fans are getting their money's worth. Messenger fakes the reverse. Looks for a receiver. He's got a man open. It's Madlock. But actually, he hits the crossing receiver in front, and then the ball is dropped by Antonio Coleman. Not sure if that ball was meant for Coleman or for Madlock, who was open as well. Madlock doing a little down and out pattern. Meantime, it was Coleman who was doing a little curl inside out. So 3rd and 8. Messenger long drop, screen pass. Avoids a tackle. Evans makes a move left, back to the right, and is ankle tackled at the 30-yard line. Brennan Garrett, who's been everything in this fourth quarter, makes that tackle. And it's a loss of 2 on the play. 2 minutes to go in the game. Clock running. GORC is down to a 4th and 10. Down 19-16. And this could be it for the Wildcats unless they pick up a first down. Messenger with the screen pass left to Madlock. He is wrapped up in the backfield, initially hit by Garrett and then swarmed over by the Charger defense. A loss of 8 on the play, and the Chargers will take over 1st and 10. Forward progress marked at the 36, and the Charger fans go crazy. Brennan Garrett not only scoring the touchdown to give the Chargers the lead, but has made 2 of the biggest tackles of the game on 3rd and 4th down right there for Pasadena. Brennan Garrett stepping up in a large fashion. GORC needing a big play now with 1:20 and counting, clock running. It's Pasadena 19, GORC 16. The clock continues to run. GORC is out of timeouts. The Chargers will let the clock run all the way down to 1:11 before they use a timeout, trying to milk the clock as much as they can. Wow, after a 20-0 victory in the regular season by Pasadena over GORC, what a game. What a championship game. 19-16. Pasadena had to work for every ounce of every point they got today. This GORC Wildcat team has taken them to the brink, and, well, it's still not over. We've seen things happen, well, at least people my age. If you remember that Eagle-Giants game, if you remember the Navy-Temple game, as a matter of fact, where Temple fumbled and Navy, down by a bundle in the fourth quarter, came back and defeated Temple in overtime. You just never know until the clock has all zeros on it. So Pasadena takes over. English under center. 1st and 10. He just takes a knee. The snap is clean. We're down to 1:07 to go, and GORC, as a matter of fact, GORC had one timeout left. GORC did have one timeout left, so they will use that right now. It'll be 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss on 1st down on the kneel down. And if the Chargers complete a couple more snaps, they will be the 12 and under Anne Arundel County champion for 2009. GORC trying to make anything happen to make the Chargers fumble the football or make a mistake here. Under center, the sure-handed English. Deep in the backfield is Scott, just in case something does go awry. English takes the snap, and bullying in are the Wildcats as they try to cause a fumble. In the backfield, Travis Chitteby trying to cause that fumble. We're down to 45 seconds to go. 3rd and 12 after the 1-yard loss. It looks like the Chargers may have to take just one more snap. The Pasadena fans going crazy. English looking at the clock. It's now inside 30. He takes the snap and takes a knee. And the clock is down to 20. And GORC is all out of timeouts, and there's nothing they can do. And the sideline, as you can see, going crazy for the Pasadena Chargers. Their dream of an undefeated season and a championship in Anne Arundel County in the 12 and under division has come true, as it's down to 3, 2, 1, and this 12 and under championship game is complete. What a game it's been. The Pasadena Chargers 19, the GORC Wildcats 16, in an unbelievable effort by both squads. What a game in front of a great crowd here at Carroll Field at Arundel High School here in Gambrels. Let's recap today's game. In the first quarter, GORC got on the board first in fine fashion on the defensive side of the ball. A 30-yard interception return by Kyle Evans, and the Tyler Roberts kick gave the Wildcats an 8-0 lead at the 6:23 mark of the first quarter. Then, after a nice drive by the Pasadena Chargers, it was Zach Scott taking it in from 1 yard out at the 2:17 mark. The run was failed on the conversion, so the score at the end of the first quarter was 8-6 GORC over Pasadena. In the second quarter, the Chargers took their first lead of the game, as it was Robert Branch, who played big in the game today at the 2:30 mark of the second quarter, taking the ball in from 25 yards out on a nice scamper. After Scott's run, it was 13-8 at the half for the Pasadena Chargers over the GORC Wildcats. But in the third quarter, the GORC Wildcats came back. It was a huge run by, again, Kyle Evans, 67 yards out. And with Tyler Roberts' kick, the GORC Wildcats were again stunning the Pasadena Chargers 16-13. But in the fourth quarter, great blocking up front by the offensive line. A nice seal by that line on the right side, freeing up Garrett. Oh yes, a great run by Brennan Garrett from 40 yards out. The run was failed on the conversion, but Garrett's 40-yard run gave the Pasadena Chargers the game-clinching touchdown for their 19-16 victory. So once again, the 2009 12 and under Anne Arundel County champions are the Pasadena Chargers as they defeat the GORC Wildcats in a fantastic contest. Our final score, the Pasadena Chargers 19.